let's get this one started real quick. I told you. Hopefully I'll put a gaming video out today. If not, tomorrow starts my gaming video. I also going to record the Puppy Playtime chapter 2. I mean, I really don't want to. I hate scary games. The only reason I hate scary games, I get scared too easily. It could be the worst game. I will be like screaming and everything. But we're gonna see. Got into SCP-3208. You know his name. YKHN. Explanation. But you already know the Robert. File YouTuber. I love it. Go in the description. Go check him out. I'll be happy to give him 1 more subscriber. Alright.
Viewer discretion is
I'm doing this fast because I have food cooking.
Dr. was sure he was awake,
Okay.
but he couldn't move. There was someone in the room with him too.
Okay.
The thing in the corner didn't seem like it was paying any.
Yo, imagine you wake up, like let's say you're like a nacho or something. You can't move. It's almost like sleep paralysis or something like that. And then you see a whole Jared. Hey, this whole monster right here in the corner of your room.
Attention.
I don't know. That look like, yo, if your arm is that big where you could tie your shoe standing up, you're not human.
It was
You're
tall
not human.
and slender, sort of like a scarecrow.
You're not human.
The wide brim of its shaggy hat cast a shadow that completely obscured its head. But Dr. Morpheus could still feel its stare. He tried to scream, but couldn't utter a sound.
Hell no.
Out the window.
I can't do none of that.
He saw that there was this dusty field that just stretched off into the horizon. He looked back over and the thing was gone. Then he looked back out the window and there it was. Out there in the distance,
so scary.
And way bigger than before. Pitch black arms suddenly grew out of the ground.
Multiple?
They tried to claw at the thing, but it just stood there, staring at Dr. Morpheus. He blinked, and the field was gone. He could move again. After a while, and after he was sure that he was indeed awake, Dr. Morpheus phoned his colleague, Dr. Isaiah Hostetler. Yep, I think I'm infected now. It's the same as the case with Jeffrey Kent. Hello, everybody.
Teacher.
I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP
Hey, come on.
Computer Class Object SCP-3208.
Let's see.
SCP-3208.
Oh, so it's actually a virus?
Also known as YKHN.
The whole time it was a virus? Okay.
Short for you know his name. Is an infectious disease which initially manifests as a minor headache, followed by neurological degeneration. Over a time period of approximately 3 weeks, the severity of the symptoms will gradually increase until the onset of a full-body paralysis.
I knew it was paralysis. I thought it was sleep paralysis, so he's just awake the whole time.
While neurological symptoms may vary, all sufferers of 3208 will inexplicably experience vivid dreams and hallucinations that include the presence of an entity designated as SCP-3208-1. Appearances of 3208-1 lead to irritability and feelings of paranoia.
You look like a cowboy from back then or something.
Waking hours, independent of the progression.
You look like a Dead by Daylight killer. Like he will be a killer for Dead by Daylight or Skin or something. I've been playing too much Dead by Daylight recently. I don't know. I like the game.
08. One of the earliest known infected
Let me know you guys want to see some Dead by Daylight videos.
Was housed in quarantine facility 904. Dr. Morpheus stepped into the cell and saw Kent sitting in the corner. His face was sallow.
I'm guessing this is the guy that he got infected from.
Get him up. Prop him up in the chair. 2 guards walked over to Kent, lifted him up by his arms with ease, and placed him in the chair.
Okay.
Then Dr. Morpheus put a mug of hot coffee in front of him. Drink this. Take your time. Now tell me about your dream. There's this missing girl in town, and I'm trying to find her in my office.
Okay.
I don't know her at all, but I know that she looks just like my daughter. I try to find her at work, but she's not there. The beeper goes off and the whole office stares at me. I call the number, and the guy on the other end tells me she's down at the docks. I go down there and find this figure with a wide-brimmed hat. She's behind him, so I try to go over, but I can't get any closer. The guy
It's one of those type of dream. Okay.
Walks into a warehouse.
It's one of those types of dream.
So I follow him. There's a dozen bodies hanging from the rafters inside. They're all the same little girl.
Okay.
No blood, no marks.
You're having some gnarly dreams, man.
They're sleeping. I hear a noise and I turn around. Somehow, I'm out in a field now. I look up and see the darndest thing. The girls are hanging from the sky now, but they're all awake.
Okay.
They start to scream and claw at the rope, but I can't hear anything. The sun is straight above our heads. Then, a huge shadow comes down over the field.
Is it the cowboy?
And the man with the wide-brimmed hat is looking down at me. I can't see his face. He grabs all the ropes out of the sky and walks away with them.
Damn, that's tough.
I yell with all my might, but they just keep moving further away from me, and then I wake up right as the sun comes back. Years later, Foundation personnel became afflicted with 3208. First, Dr. Morpheus.
Okay.
Then, Dr. Isaiah Hostetler. The following is the dream log report.
But then what happens? Do you like, does it go away by itself like a fever or something? Or do you need an antidote? Something like that.
By Hostetler following his infection.
Or say cure.
Standing in the parlor
A cure,
of my
yeah.
parents' old home. Perhaps I should have begun by saying that, similar to my dearest colleague, Dr. Morpheus, I couldn't differentiate between reality and dream at the time of
Okay.
occurrence. Anyway, they had some guest over.
Okay, so it said time
but
of
I didn't
occurrence.
recognize
So they did cure it.
many of the faces.
Maybe.
Suddenly, a phone rang. I picked it up, and a voice on the other end said, "Come upstairs." I left
Okay.
the parlor and moved towards the staircase. It ascended into the ceiling with no armrail, and I couldn't see how high it went. I heard the phone ring in the other room, and I was suddenly aware that there weren't any more people around. I looked out a window and saw
Yo,
fields,
everyone's just having the
which I didn't
same
realize
dreams
was
outside
out
the
of
field.
ordinary. I began walking up the staircase, but I couldn't find my footing. I took several steps, and then several more back down, and I
What?
began to feel very afraid.
Oh, we getting an ad. You guys already know. I don't care what kind of ad it is. I don't get paid at least a single penny. I'm not gonna show the ad volume. You're gonna skip and all that. But remember, guys, if you ever get one of my ads, which you shouldn't get it yet, you should watch the whole thing and thank you for the support. Alright.
I don't know how long I climbed. Eventually, I saw a man in a hat standing next to a telephone. The same phone I answered earlier in the parlor. No, I was back in the parlor. He came up to me and I could see that he looked afraid. "Did you see it?" he
Okay.
asked. When I told him I didn't know what he's talking about, he recoiled. "Blighted seed breeds blighted crop," he said as his eyes grew wide.
Yo, you trying to say a poem to me?
I should add that at the time of
Okay.
this recording, I'm experiencing the most unbearable headache. I've also noticed that I have become increasingly paranoid lately. The man leaned in, staring into my eyes, and said, "A nightmare festers in the field. Even the reaper fears what is being sown."
Okay.
He handed me a scalpel. "You cannot stop its advance. If it sees you, cut out your eyes. The
No.
road through
What?
the field will be lined
No.
with corpses, but it may give you enough time to escape, by foot or by blade." The room around us was
No,
suddenly collapsing.
what? I'm not,
The house
yo.
was on fire.
I'm not cutting
In the
no
distance,
eyes, man.
I saw a figure
If it's
swaying.
gonna kill me, I'm going out with battle, but I'm not, yo, hell
In the
nah,
field.
man.
The man appeared more
I'm not cutting my
terrified
own
upon
eyes.
seeing the figure. "It is too late for you. Use the blade. Give the others time. He's coming. He's coming," he said, and disappeared. I heard a long, low sound coming from
Hell
the
nah,
field.
man.
I turned to look, and I woke up. "Lang, my
Okay.
friend, bring me a glass of water when you come up, would you? And some meds for this headache, too." 15 hours after the recording, Dr. Hostetler was found unresponsive
Did he die?
in his room in Site 81, along with a scalpel and a note saying,
He really
"I
suicided?
think I understand now.
Ain't no
I'm
way.
sorry." Subsequently, Dr. Harold Lang was next in line to be infected with 3208 15 years later.
So, did they die? Those
After
people?
witnessing how Hostetler's mental capabilities have degraded so rapidly over the last decade, it was only a matter of time that I got infected as well. And after last night, there's no questioning it. I know what I saw. I opened my eyes, and the first thing I saw was dust. High above me somewhere, I could just hardly make out a light
Yo,
that barely illuminated
this
the world.
SCP, I'm so
In the
confused.
distance,
How
I
you
saw
even get
mountains,
infected? By
but
just being
through
next
the
to a
haze,
person?
it was nearly
Like,
impossible.
it doesn't have to involve with coughing, like talking, sneezing, all that. You just get infected by being next to them.
To tell.
Okay,
I
alright.
kept walking, and after a while the road ended. Dirt covered the road completely.
That door?
This was when I started to see things laying on the ground. A hat,
It's the same hat
a ringing
with the other
cell
guy.
phone, a diamond ring, some baseball cards.
Hey, yo, the diamond ring, you know what I mean? And the baseball card they could sell too. I'm just saying. I'm
And
stuck.
a pair of pants. I followed
Free
this trail of
pantsuit?
discarded things
What's up?
until I reached
Let
a
me,
field,
there we go.
one that stretched out before me in a long, unending line. There were crops there, tall stalks of dry things that rustled when the dry wind blew.
Of course.
Somewhere in front of me, I sensed a presence that made my hair stand
Yo,
on
is
end.
it behind him?
I walked through the fields
Looking
for
at
what
him?
felt like years. The trail became thicker, and I started to see other things. At first, I thought they were strips of rawhide, like the ones you see for sale at feed stores or cowboy shops.
What's the real
When I
skin?
picked one up, I saw the faintest coloration of a tattoo etched into it. Dark stretches of blackened blood accompanied each
Real
one,
skin.
where the pieces slawed off before coming to rest. I saw hair, fingernails, teeth. It made me sick to my stomach. The haze grew thicker now, and I lost my sense of direction. All around me, I started hearing these voices. Every step I took brought me closer to the source, like I've been drawn to it. Then I saw it, swaying in the wind. It was long and
why
lean,
is he
with
built like
sackcloth
that?
around its body and a wide
Why
straw
is he
hat on
built
its
like
head.
that?
I couldn't make out its features. In one hand, it clutched a thick knot of rope thrown over its shoulder. As my eyes followed the rope,
What is
I
it?
saw hundreds or
Kids? Is it
thousands of
kids?
people
Oh, we
bundled
get people.
together like hay,
Okay.
moaning and screaming. Some of them I could
Hey,
see
yo,
clearly.
nice stuff.
Men and women and children in their street clothes, their eyes wild in fear. I heard my name and looked up. There was a figure there, one scorched black and rotten.
Is that? No,
Reaching
that's
a
not
hand
him.
towards
Alright?
me.
That's not
Its
him.
mouth was open and full of dirt and dust. It
That's
choked
not-
out my name again and again.
That's not
I couldn't see
the
its eyes,
researcher,
but I
right?
could feel it staring at me. Then it was gone, mixed in with the rest of them as they're dragged across the dirt. I heard my name one more time, and then the sound just became another sound among thousands. As the ground shifted and twisted beneath me,
Oh, hell
I
no.
sank. A pair of glasses were sticking up out of the dirt. It was broken and the frames were
Those him?
bent, but I recognized them instantly. They're Hostetler's.
Was it him?
And then I woke up.
Was it right? That was a guy? That was a researcher?
Or did I? I can no longer tell between realities.
Yo, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't, yo. It is a little bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie, but that wasn't that bad. Was that actually the researcher though that was reaching out to him? We will never know. Alright, guys, hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost to 2K. And we're gonna be celebrating when we hit the 2K mark. Hit the like button too, suppose even more. Turn up the notification if you want the early game, which means be in the comment section first, or brings me to the comment section. You go tell me a game to play. Does not have to be a Roblox game. You go tell me a video to react to, but please link the video in the comment section. It'll be easy for me to find. Or you can be like, how you doing? I will always try to pop back to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Frame.